What is up, ninjas? My name is Sam World, and it is currently tax season, so my bank account is getting by the IRS. But again, I wanted to make a quick video for you guys just so I can get back to doing tax-related stuff. However, I did get an email from one of you guys asking me how to create a certain baseline, which in essence, it was a square bass detuned, run through a low-pass filter. However, I want to show you guys how to do that properly, and I took this opportunity to make a video about it because this is a mistake I see a lot of people do when they want to create their own sounds, when they want to be like, you know what, this is the day, this is the song that I make my own sounds, and I make a song with my own sounds. Now, the question the guy asked was on a sound that was essentially a deep house kind of sound, which is a square wave, and we're going to detune it by, let's say, around 5 voices. Really, the voices don't matter as long as you're above a certain number, and we're just going to use a low pass filter and turn it into a bass so it doesn't sound too ravey. You guys can test that out, by the way, because I hate that sound. But so that's how it's gonna sound like. Sounds good. People go like, yeah, that's it, and that's it. They call it a day. However, the reason I don't like to stop here and I go a little step further is due to this one thing. Right now I have Ozone Imager opened up. That is my desired imager. It tells me via vector scope how the sound is spread out, as well as to the right of that we have a phase correlation meter. You can see it's +1, -1, and then 0. +1 all the way means you have constant correlation between the left and the right signal, and below that you don't. And what that means is it's not monocompatible. Now, I believe in monocompatibility a lot just for the fact that you always want constant power, and at least you want to make sure your bass sounds good in the club, which is where a lot of this stuff is going to be played for the beaches. All right, so if we play this, you're going to notice that it's not monocompatible. So you're going to be like, well, Sen, it's a stereo sound and it's not going to be monocompatible. And you're right. However, your low end shouldn't look like this. Okay. And also it sounds like it's not constant power on the low end. So I get a lot of questions too. Like, yo, Sen, my low end don't sound tight. It sounds strong here, but then it stops and then it's all over the place, man. And I'm like, well, it's your low end mono. Do you have mono compatibility? Sub frequencies, of course, and a lot of times people don't know how to answer it, but now you will be able to answer that. So what I like to do is I like to use a filter, and we're just going to use a high pass instead of the EQ in Serum, just because I know we can't it can't do like a hard cut like I need. We're going to set this to 100, so everything below 100 will be taken up by the dedicated sub we're going to be using here, and we're going to direct that out so it doesn't go through this filter. And then we're just going to essentially play again, and look what happens to the phase correlation meter. We're going to stay at +1 around there. And now we got constant phase. Now if we look at the low end, you can see we have more of a straight line, which is we kind of want, and we also have constant power coming from it. That is the important thing. Now, the reason I say this, guys, is just, again, make your presets, make your bass lines, but do them properly. The other scenario here is that you didn't have to use the rec sub out. You can open up another Serum and just run a sine wave. It's the same thing. However, I like to do it a little faster, so that way I can process the bass together with the sub and also the bass on top of it. But now once we have that, we're going to have constant. Okay, and again, I'll just get rid of it for one more time. Okay, so again, not constant power in the low end. Anyways, guys, that's the way to fix it. You can do that with any preset bassline you might have laying around, but I just wanted to make a video on that. Keep in mind, if you put reverb, delay, and stuff on the bass, you might get something that looks not monocompatible, but that's okay if you have reverb, if you decide to put, which again, it's normal for these kind of bass lines. My biggest thing is for you guys to actually just understand the concept, what's going on inside of Serum when you have 5 voices and you detune. Serum is grabbing each voice and panning left and panning right adequately, and it's also detuning them, so you get that nice wide sound when it does that. However, you just got to be careful that you have, again, constant mono compatibility in the sub area so that your bass doesn't suffer, and then you don't go asking me, yo, Sen, I can't get my bass right. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. I'll catch you guys next time. If you want to support my channel, you can head over to evilsounds.com where you can find a lot of my sound design work. And good luck with your bass sounds. Now you know how to do it. Peace out.